marks the next morning?
I'm sure they cleaned it very well for Peter.
Asha is a great dancer. You didn't really see all of her great talent there, but I want to move on to other things that inspire you. And, you know, we didn't know this about you. There's something very fishy about you. Why don't you tell the audience what it is?
You know, people look at me, or they look at this in a suit jacket, and they don't realize that I like a lot of outdoorsy things, and one of them is fishing. We had a chance to go surf fishing, actually. Is that me? Oh, yes, it is. I caught a fish, or a couple of fish. The funny thing is, my husband Mark grew up in Minnesota, went fishing all the time. I'm the one that drags him fishing, you know, and this was the surf fishing story that we did, and it was great fun. Michael Koss was a producer, Nora was along for that. And I actually caught some fish.
How come you didn't bring it back so we could cook it up?
Well, I think those are called bottom feeders or something like that. Something you really don't want to eat. But I caught them nonetheless, and that's the important thing.
Well, you look cute in that outfit. But we also, I mean, I know, because you gave me a beautiful album filled with pictures of the show, which I appreciate so much. You love taking photographs, don't you?
Yes. Actually, I started when I was about 12 years old. My dad had a darkroom, and so I loved taking pictures. And I thought maybe I'd be a photojournalist. And I really enjoy children and taking pictures of children because of the innocence and the sweetness.
We've got some great pictures that you've taken here we'd like to show our audience, okay?
This happened. Well, that's actually our wedding picture, and my daughter, who's 4½, saw that picture about a month ago in our guest room as I was making up the bed, and she burst into tears. And I said, oh, what's wrong, thinking she'd been impaled on the side of the bed. And she said, it's so beautiful. The picture's so beautiful. So I took down our wedding dress, my wedding dress, not Mark's wedding dress, and I put her in the wedding dress.
Oh, how pretty. Oh, that's a great picture.
And we just had a beautiful day.
Oh.
And White Bear makes it into every photo of our family. And I love it when the pictures kind of screw up. She fell over right there. And that's when you know the photo session's over.
Oh, yeah, you know what? And now I know exactly where she gets them, because that's Asha right there sticking her tongue out. But listen, let me go and get Sasha, and right above Sasha is Mark. Can you just also, Peter, go up and get a shot of Mark? That's Asha's gorgeous husband.
And I want to say thanks to my family. Mark and Sasha have sacrificed so much this year.
No cry. Come on. Sasha's got flowers for you.
Thank you.
Sasha. Asha.
Malcolm, I want to say thank you, especially to my family and to Mark. He's been so supportive, and I won't cry anymore.
Okay. Okay.
Let me just say this one last time, and this is also in honor of Florence. Asha, Asha, Asha. From the Brady Bunch, folks. It doesn't matter if they get it or not. It's been a pleasure, Asha, and we got more coming up.
Okay.
Nice to see you, Sasha.
Love you both.
And we will indeed have much more on this final edition of Later Today coming up right after this. Stay tuned.
Hey, Jodie, it's almost time for you to tell us your story. Any big surprises?
Well, I kind of glossed over my prison record in the whole, like, career retrospective that you're going to see.
Like those other survivors, you lied.
There'll be a few surprises. We'll be right back. Thank you, Asha. Very nice.
Up next, we find out how Jodie bucked the trends and rode to the top when Later Today continues.
Comes first, family. Watch today, and you will see the folks you count on every day to bring the latest news your way. Katie, Matt, Aladan, first on your TV. America's first family, today on NBC.
Come on.
We're back on this final edition of Later Today, and so far this morning, we've taken a look back at my career as well as Asha's, and now it's Jodie's turn. Now, most NBC viewers may think they know her, but Jodie's whole story has never been told, until now.
Good evening.
This is how most of America has seen Jodie Applegate, as the unflappable anchor, the dedicated journalist, refined, sophisticated, and above all, dignified.
Take my winch, please.
Yes, whether tackling that tough story out in the field or going after that big scoop, Jodie has never been one to toot her own horn. But even back when Jodie worked in local television, she always managed to display impeccable judgment.
Mike, I'm not sure. Hold on tight, Jodie.
And a subtle, urbane elegance.
Touchdown!
But what Jodie's dozen or so fans may not realize is that her career actually began in the early 60s in a little-known girl group. They fancied themselves the next Supremes, but they were just a pale imitation. But an unexpected phone call from Hollywood brought a stroke of luck. Jodie was cast as the lovable kid sister on One Day at a Time. Just before the taping of the first episode, however, the producers suddenly replaced her with Valerie Bertinelli.
What can I say? Judy was a nice kid, but Valerie, I mean, she was cuter, nicer, and a lot more talented.
Desperate and forced to accept smallish roles in television commercials, Jodie's subtle acting style went unappreciated.
Be confident. Shout Bergman.
Jodie eked out a living on the fringes of show business until another odd twist of fate brought Jodie the lead role in a major motion picture.
It turns out there was like a clerical mix-up. They thought they were hiring Jodie Foster, and apparently we have like really similar social security numbers. Anyway, on the first day of shooting, I mean, time is money, and they were kind of stuck with me.
He doesn't have any pockets. Poor little bear.
But Jodie made the most of the opportunity, and her now legendary portrayal of the mom in A Pocket for Corduroy stunned critics and audiences alike. Hard as it is to believe, Jodie was snubbed at the Oscars that year, losing the Best Actress award to Sally Field for Places in the Heart. Jodie stormed out of Hollywood in protest. Hollywood didn't notice.
Here's Jodie.
Well, Lloyd, traffic is moving well in both directions on the...
Jodie decided to start over, working on a dream she had secretly harbored all along, to be a local television traffic reporter.
The morning commute is definitely well underway.
Even in this early footage, Jodie's uncanny talent for pinpointing roadway hazards was clear to anyone who watched her. And her unique variety of looks caught the attention of news executives.
She eats the lens.
Soon, Jodie was in the fast lane and parlayed her success into a full-time job, undercover. Jodie was posing as an anchor and reporter for local television stations. But notice the hair. Jodie was secretly working for the manufacturers of industrial-strength hairstyling products, field testing ever stronger products and techniques. In 1996, Jodie's versatility caught the eye of NBC network brass. Jodie had hit the big time.
Gentlemen prefer blonde.
Now, it's the year 2000. What will Jodie, and far more importantly, what will Jodie's hair do next?
Ladies and gentlemen, Jodie Applegate. I'm sorry, why are you holding that torch?
Well, I'll always carry a torch for later today. But really, this is in honor of Survivor because, as you know, I've been a huge fan.
You are, I know. Mm-hmm. So I just want to ask her, what is next for your hair? And don't burn it off.
I know, exactly. I'm really out of luck if I have no hair at all. Well, my hair hasn't decided what its next career move is going to be, but wherever my hair goes, I will go with it.
Now, I was going to ask you, Jodie, what do you plan next?
Seriously.
Well, I was hoping the audience might help me out on this one, okay? Should I, A, go back to being a local TV traffic reporter?
No. No.
Should I, B, audition to replace Kathy Lee?
Yes. Yes.